Hello everyone and welcome to another Let's Play. My name is Anna Mardal and this is The Crown and the Flame, Book 2, Chapter 3. This is actually my second attempt at a Let's Play for this chapter because I had to start over. There was some noises in the background from family members. So I've had to use up 2 keys for this, which is fine. It's going to slow me down getting the next chapter out, but that's all right. So, and it also means we don't get the cool little splash screen at the beginning saying what the chapter is going to be about. But if we jump right into the chapter, then you don't need to know what it's going to be about because you'll find out right away. Chapter 3, The Shipbuilders. Slowly, you open your eyes. Lying on a cot in your command tent, you try to move, but... Careful now! Oh, Kenna, you've been badly burned. You need to rest. I can't quite remember. Vasilius, Dom, what happened? Dom's blast caught you. It was bad. How bad? We didn't think you were going to make it that bad. But you're strong, and you're here now. I guess that's something. I'll go get Dom. He'll want to see you. Whitlock and Annalise leave. A few moments later, Dom enters. Seeing you, his face falls, and he drops to his knees beside you. Kenna, I'm so sorry. I'll never forgive myself for this. You don't need to apologize. You saved my life. If it weren't for you, Vasilios would have slit my throat. I can't believe I let that oaf get the drop on me. Would you rather I died at his hand? No, of course not. But you looked so broken lying there. I couldn't bear it. You've been my friend since we were kids. You showed me kindness when no one else would. And suddenly you were gone. I had to face the idea of a world without you. One where I was responsible. Tom. If I'd had better control, this wouldn't have happened. You're doing the best you can. You're learning. Say tried to warn me that I needed more training, but I didn't listen to her. I was reckless, and you paid the price for it. I'm making sure that will never happen again. What are you saying? I'm leaving, Kenna. I'm going with Say to train in the Blackspine Mountains. Her people are there. You're leaving? Her people can teach me, at least I hope they can teach me, to control my power. Dom reaches out to take your hand, but you can't help wincing as he touches your raw, burned skin. He looks away and clenches his fist. You see smoke curling off his fingers. I have to do this. For the 5 kingdoms. For you. Tom, I understand. You know this isn't easy for me. I know. I'll be back as soon as I can. I promise. Goodbye, Kenna. Goodbye. As Dom opens the flap to leave, you see Say standing outside. Say a word. She steps inside as Dom leaves. You know about Dom's plan, then? I do. I just have one thing to tell you. Watch his back. I'll try to bring him back undamaged, but I promise nothing. The road is treacherous. Say turns and exits the tent, leaving you feeling distinctly uneasy. The next day, still in pain, you meet with Leon, Annalise, Raiden, Rowan, and Whitlock. Someone as fearsome as you needn't rush the healing process, my lady. We know you are tough. You should be resting. Besides, why pass up the opportunity to be taken care of all day? Because we can't afford that luxury, not with Luther's return coming much sooner than we expected. Still can't believe he's willing to risk his fleet in the storm season. He must have learned of our movements against him. So what's your plan then, Kenna Reese? I'm assuming you have one. The plan has always been to free the 5 kingdoms and then take the fight across the sea to Luther before he can return. That plan hasn't changed. Now we just have to do it in 6 weeks. At least Vasilios was good for something. We do know that Luther's fleet is mostly transport ships. That means they're not great in battle. If we can catch him on the water, his soldiers won't be able to deploy and will have the advantage. And we'll need every advantage we can get, considering how much larger his army is. We can't let him reach land at Lycos and deploy his troops. Then we'll take it before he returns. We'll amass a naval force first, then take control of Lycos. At the same time, we'll develop anti-ship weaponry for the battle to come. I've got some ideas on how to disable Luther's ships. I won't make weapons, but I will come up with something that can neutralize them. I understand. Your brilliance is always appreciated, Whitlock. There's a shipyard in Alreal, the seaside town near Panrion. That's where most of Luther's ships come from. So if we can take Alreal, we might get the shipbuilders to help us. And you expect the people of Alreal to just do your bidding after you storm in, swords drawn? A direct assault isn't the best way to make allies, Kenna Reese. I agree with the Vined One. She has a name, Raiden. I have spies in Alreal. Rumor has it that many respected members of the community are plotting rebellion. If we can get to one of their meetings, we may be able to convince them to join forces. We help them fight, they give us ships. Sounds like a fair trade to me. You could send a small team, traveling in secret and with no identifying marks, to infiltrate and... No, I'll speak with them myself. Kenna, I do not wish to offend, but this is not your arena. We'll have to smuggle you into the city. One wrong word, one slip up, and it'll be your throat getting cut. I know, I'm up for the challenge. Tell me what I need to do. I sense that you are refusing to bend on this matter. Your senses are as accurate as ever. Very well then. A disguise would help. I know time is short, but if you can dress in something less royal, it would make our task easier and help get the people of Alreal to trust you. So we paid 25 diamonds for a peasant disguise. A short time later. How about this? Perfect. You make an absolutely stunning peasant, you know? Thank you. Let's hope I also make a convincing one. Shall we embark on our journey to Alreal? Wait, I'm going to come with you. Are you sure? The dangers are nothing worse than what I've faced every day living under Vasilios, let me assure you. Besides, if I'm there, I can speak for Thorngate. It's settled then. We'll set off as soon as our things are packed. There's just one other thing. It's Val. What about her? Wait, where is she? She's been holed up in the woods since you got burned. What? Why wasn't I told? You should be resting as it is. We knew once we told you, you'd want to run off to see her. And it's a little complicated. She did not exactly leave on good terms with Dominic. We've sent soldiers out after her. She won't talk to anyone. Sometimes she gets like this. If you ask me, it seems like she just needs the right person to talk to her. Okay, so we spent another 25 diamonds to go talk to Val. You leave the castle and search through the woods around Thorngate for Val. This is around where Leon said she was. Val, are you out here? Can you hear me? I think just about everyone in the Five Kingdoms can hear you. You hear a rustling in the trees above you. A second later, Val drops down in front of you. There you are. Yeah, here I am. Why are you dressed all goofy? It's a long story. Then I don't want to know. Anyway, what are you doing here? Val, I was worried about you. You were? Of course. Leon said you disappeared out here after the battle. I was just surprised to hear that you got so upset. You didn't react this way after Stormholt. That was different. Different how? Let me put it this way. When you're a mercenary, spending time with brutes like Severin, it's easy not to care about the guys next to you. If they lived, if he died, it was just another day's work. All for the coin, right? Right. When you're in the middle of battle, you can't be thinking about someone else's neck. You've just got to look out for your own. You can't get attached. You can't care. But when I saw you lying there on the castle stones, all burned and lifeless, well, first, I damn near killed Pretty Boy for roasting you. You attacked Dom? I would have paid to see that. Hey, I'm up for a rematch anytime. That's when I left. And while I've been out here, I realized, as much as I tell myself I'm just here for the payout when all this is over, it's not true. Not anymore. You're not just some dumb royal I'm scheming to make coin off of. Aw, Val. Shut up. I'm trying to say something. I'm starting to, care about all these people. About you, most of all. Val. You're my friend. All right. That's enough of this feeling stuff. Val quickly pulls out a knife and holds it to her palm. Whoa, what are you doing? Queen Kenna, I, Val Greaves, hereby pledge myself to you. You're not going to cut yourself, are you? It's a blood oath, Kenna. Blood is required. I should let her do it. Val cuts across her palm and holds her fist in front of her, the blood trickling down into the earth. I am sworn to you now, Kenna. You ready to win this war? Ready? Kenna, I'd follow you into 3 hells and back if I needed to. Good, because the way things are going, that just might be our next stop. You and Say have made camp for the evening in the forest. As you gather wood for a fire, Say returns from hunting and plunks a skinned rabbit into your hands. Dinner. Cook it. I'm starting the fire now. You're gathering wood to start a fire? You are the fire. Cook the meat. Consider this your next test. Are you just saying this because you're hungry and you don't want to wait? Cook the rabbit, Lowlander, if you can. You hold up the rabbit. I need to cook the rabbit. You slowly roast the rabbit, the meat sizzling in your hands. You and Say take turns eating the perfectly cooked meat. Not bad. I knew it! Food is the only thing that makes you smile. It's not just the rabbit. Your training is coming along, and I know I'm not always the best teacher. Once we reach the Black Spine Mountains, you'll learn from a true master, my grandfather. Your grandfather? Is he like you? Or is he, nice? Your jokes are unappreciated, Lowlander. Who's joking? You'll meet him soon enough. We're only a day from my village. In the silence that follows, you can't help your thoughts from drifting to Kenna. I hope she's okay. Say reaches into her pack, pulling out a bottle that glows red. I know you blame yourself for what happened, but if you can't get over it, your training will suffer. Is that some kind of forgetting potion? It's alcohol, so yes. Drink with me now and forget your troubles, Lowlander. Wait, are you actually trying to comfort me? I am offering you a drink. Don't make me regret it. So we spent another 17. This is an expensive chapter to drink with Say. I'm in. You take the red bottle. I warn you, it's strong. Please, I'm sure I can handle it. You take a long gulp. That is strong. Keep a straight face. I've had worse. This is nothing. Very impressive. Maybe you're tougher than I give you credit for. This is the strongest ember brewed drink my people make. It's good for forgetting what needs to be left behind. You hurt your queen. You must accept that, but not let it weaken you. What do you mean? Anger fuels the fire, but sadness is useless, a wasteful distraction. You must get past what makes you sad, but you must also hang on to what makes you angry. Let's drink to forget your queen's pain tonight. Instead, embrace your anger. I'm not going to forget about Kenna, and I don't have any anger to embrace. Don't you, Lowlander? I don't. I'm not angry. Smoke rises from your hands, betraying your words. Look deep. Who are you really angry with? I'm angry with myself. Why? I hurt Kenna. I was reckless. Good. And what happened when you were reckless? I lost control. I could have killed her. Say drinks down the red liquid. You do the same. You're right. You could have killed her. I've seen it happen before. Someone you know lost control? A young fire wielder, confident and powerful. She didn't listen. She let other emotions like sadness and love cloud her abilities. She hurt someone. Badly. She wasn't as lucky as you were. The victim did not survive. And so she vowed to never feel anything more than anger again. Say turns to you, her eyes brimming with tears that boil off her face as soon as they start to fall. I see myself in you, Lowlander, and I do not like it. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Be better than you are now. Better than I was. I will try. You reach over and hold Say's hand, the heat of both your hands warm in the cold night air. I need to... I have conflicted feelings about this because I don't feel like just outright kissing her is appropriate after that story, but I also very much want to see what happens if you do. So, here we are. I'm gonna kiss her. You lean in, pressing your lips to hers. You feel power and fire dancing between your bodies. Dom! Say, quiet. I heard something. A second later, you hear a clanking sound. That sounds like armor. As you and Say leap up to defend yourself, 4 armed Navraki soldiers charge out of the forest toward you. Prepare to die. Say's hands ignite into 2 flaming whips. She lashes 2 of the charging soldiers. You see their armor melting as they're burned from the inside. You turn to the 3rd soldier, spotting him as he swings his sword at you. I need to jump back. You dodge his sword as it cuts the air just in front of you. You summon your strength and blast him with a fireball. You turn to see the last soldier smack Say across the face. Ugh! I need to fireball. Get away from her. You're learning, Lowlander. You and Say stand there amidst the ashes, panting for a moment, after the smoke clears. What were Navraki soldiers doing here in the Black Spine Mountains? This wasn't a scouting group. Their armor is all wrong for that. These were foot soldiers. They never should have been this close to my village. My people. Dom, we must hurry. For several days, your group travels across open grasslands toward Alriel. I see smoke on the horizon. Hells, is that a brush fire? One of those nearly wiped out our camp a few summers ago. The tent stank of smoke for weeks. No, it's Panrion, the city neighboring Alriel. Last time I was there, the smoke was so thick you could taste it. Panrion was once a thriving city known for its beauty, until that iron-hearted scholar, Florian Tarsis, got his hands on it. Who's Florian Tarsis? The ruler of this land, but I hear Alriel's been his new pet project for the past few months. The shipbuilders in Alriel are renowned for their craft, but apparently their production speed wasn't up to his standards. What's he like? He and Luther share certain priorities, but unlike Luther, Florian isn't petty or cruel. He simply values efficiency above all else. If prison cells and gruel increased productivity, he'd use them in a heartbeat. Lovely. I can't wait to meet him. That's the last thing we want to do. If this man's half as smart as Raiden seems to think, you shouldn't be going anywhere near him. Agreed. The next few days are going to be dangerous. If we're discovered, we won't be able to fight our way out. Why do I feel like I should be preparing for the worst? Later that day, you arrive at the seaside town of Alriel. Walking into the center of town, you come across a large crowd of people filling the street. This is Alriel? Men in Women mingle and laugh and dance to the music of a drummer and piper sitting on the front steps of a tavern. Everyone's so festive. What's going on? What, you thought they'd be lying in the streets sobbing? Even under harsh rulers, life goes on. I admit to being surprised as well. Perhaps Florian's authoritarianism has been exaggerated. Either way, I need a drink and rest my feet. Find me in the tavern when you're done gawking. Rowan pushes her way through the crowd toward a small tavern. A drink sounds good to me. Been a while since oof. A short, muscular woman stumbles out of the crowd, running right into Val. Whoop! Sorry, miss. Hope I didn't hurt ya. I'm Kailani, and you are? I'm Val. A well-muscled man emerges from the crowd to stand next to Kailani, who glares up at him. No, you big bloody oaf, you threw me right into poor Val. Not my fault you're so easy to throw, Kai. Kailani turns back to you, her eyes flicking from one member of your group to the next. Her eyes land on you, scrutinizing your clothes. Well, aren't you just as cute as a little baby seal? Isn't she a cutie, Noah? Please ignore my sister. She talks too much. Little? I'm 13 minutes older than you blubber brain. So, what brings you all to our dingy little town? Well, we are supposed to be blending in as peasants, so let's find work. It's been hard the past couple of years. Folks back home barely have enough to eat. We heard we might be able to find work here in the shipyards. Kailani's eyes soften, and she pats you roughly on the shoulder. You might at that. It's hard work, long hours, and as far as bosses go, Florian's a real bastard. But you'll be fed, and you'll have a clean place to sleep. That's more than most people got these days. Come to the yard tomorrow at dawn. We'll see what we can do. Anyways, sorry about knocking into you like that. Meet us at the tavern later. First round's on me. The musicians strike up a lively tune, and a space opens in the center of the crowd for dancing. Excuse us. Come on, Noah, and try not to lob me into anything this time, yeah? Kailani drags Noah back into the crowd. They seem suspicious of us, but overall... Screw the reporting. It looks like they're having fun, and I went in. Who's with me? Are you asking me to dance? Well, we are trying to blend in. Fine, you lot can go cavort with the locals if you please. I'll be over here trying to make sense of all this. What do you want to do, Kenna? We're gonna dance with Raiden because I haven't had a chance to speak with him hardly at all this book. Raiden bows, offering you his hand, if you do me the honor. Gladly. Raiden holds you tightly, and you feel your breath leave your body. This isn't the same kind of dance everyone else is doing. Alas, this is the only way I know how to dance. He dips you down low, your head nearly brushing the street, then he lifts you back up. And here I thought you knew everything. Any man who claims to know everything is either a fool or a liar. I often find myself relying on informed guesses. Can you guess what I'm going to do next? Raiden's eyes gaze into yours, and he pulls you even closer. I'd guess that you're going to kiss me. Look at him. Your free hand cradles the back of Raiden's neck, pulling his lips gently against yours. Very perceptive. I'm seldom wrong. You kiss him again and close your eyes, letting Raiden lead your body through the dance, never missing a step. Angry shouts split the evening air. Revelers freeze mid-dance and the music comes to a halt. Trouble. We need to find the others. You regroup near the door of the tavern, craning to see your heads over the thick crowd. Rowan comes out to join you. What is it? I can't see anything. What about you, tree woman? Listen. You listen and hear the loud clanking of armor coming from every direction. Scores of hulking figures in black armor fill the street, their weapons at the ready. Nevraki soldiers. We're surrounded. Bum bum bum. Okay, that was chapter 3. You chose to disguise your identity, helping you to blend in easily. You went after Val, and she pledged her loyalty to you. Best to be on her good side. You stayed up and drank with Say, and the two of you connected. You're in this together. You danced with Raiden at the All Real dance, but the moment got interrupted. So we've got Rowan and Val, and our prestige points are still maxed out. So yay, okay. So that was chapter 3. Continue on. And it said, what would have happened if you danced with Val? It looks like Val is another romance choice, best I can tell from the guide that I'm following, which is sweet and wonderful and lovely, but I already have Raiden and Annalise to tempt me. I don't need more romance choices for Kenna. And I even feel kind of bad going after Say when I haven't had a polyamorous discussion with Rose yet. But as no one has even mentioned Rose so far, I'm wondering if she was even coded into this book or if they assumed Bartel would kill her. So that's interesting too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to update these as quickly as I was. I have family over for the tail end of the holidays, which means it's harder for me to lock myself in a room and and do Let's Plays. But I will update these as quickly as I can. So there's that much at least. I will see you in the next Let's Play. Once again, my name is Anna Mardal, and subscribe to my video feed if you want the email updates whenever videos go up. I will see you in the next Let's Play. Bye-bye.